I looked over a lot of stuff that's been going on in the House and Senate and picked out some highlights, so I'm not boring everybody to tears. Today, February 19th, the Senate Appropriations Committee heard Senate Bill 1450, parentheses, school districts FERPA violations penalty, end parentheses. It passed on an 8-0 vote. This bill establishes a notification and penalty process regarding violations of the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, also known as FERPA. The Arizona State Board Association is neutral and appreciative of the sponsor, Senator Yee, in working with us to provide 2 opportunities for self-correction prior to penalty, which is important. So we'll see how that goes. February 14th, Valentine's Day, was a big day at the State Senate. Senate Bill 1285, handbook educational options, failed on a 4-5 vote. This bill would have required the Arizona Department of Education to produce, update, and distribute an educational options handbook to parents of public school students. Of course, the Arizona State School Board Association had opposed that one. Good thing. Senate Bill 1337, school CPR training, passed as amended on a 7-2 vote. This bill requires students in grades 7 to 12 are provided instruction in cardiopulmonary resuscitation, allows an opt-out, and allows districts to receive in-kind donations of materials, equipment, and services. An amendment was adopted to delay implementation until the year 2015-2016 school year.
And I have a question on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you might not have the answer, but what I had read about that, I think that the bill sponsor was hoping that this happens at least once for a student between the grades of 7 and 12. Was there any discussion on what that might look like in our disjointed systems? Like, would Craig pick up that responsibility, or would Phoenix Union, or were those details omitted? I mean, if we just passed on it as a district, then it becomes Phoenix Union's responsibility.
I see what you're saying.
I don't know if to talk about it, because it's different and it would apply differently to Unified versus who picks up that tab for us.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. The answer is no, I don't have any information other than what I was provided here.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone else has any information on it. Okay.
I would say at this point not that important, but I just was curious.
Yeah, the School Board Association is neutral as the language allows for funding of this mandate, so they're wondering where the funding is coming from. So we'll have to see how that works out.
There won't be any funding. I did read.
Oh, you read that there won't be any funding?
They had calculated that it's like 0.01% of a budget, the way that they envision this working out, and therefore not
So it just
necessary.
happens once, and okay. Interesting.
So, if that
I wonder if we can
inform any of your
get
ideas.
together with the fire department. Also, Senate Bill 1352, school leases, nonprofit corporations, passed as amended on a 7-0 vote. This bill allows a school district governing board to lease school buildings and sites to a qualified nonprofit corporation. The School Board Association supports that bill. I have 3 more. Senate Bill 1421, school personnel emergency. It's adrenaline, epinephrine administration passed as amended on a 9-0 vote. This bill requires school districts and charter schools to stock auto-injectable epinephrine. An amendment was adopted to make the requirement to stock auto-injectable epinephrine voluntarily if an appropriation isn't provided. So it could be voluntary. The School Board Association supports with the amendment and commitment for a further amendment to make the training voluntary as well as there's no appropriation. Oh, that's FERPA. Okay, that's it. Well, there is Senate Bill 1451, Alternative Teacher Development Program Appropriation. It passed on a 7-1 vote. This appropriates $5 million to the Arizona Department of Education for Teach for America. $5 million. That's it that I have.
Any bills on, any new bills on weapons in schools? Or are any of those moving to go through the?
Oh, wait, there was, where did I see?
There was.
It was in Arizona, and somebody was talking about arming all the teachers, and teachers going through training.
Yeah, I just didn't, I mean, I.
That was back in January, no?
I don't know if they were running bills or if they were, if any of them were gaining traction.
I didn't see.
Next time we should talk about that.
Yeah, I'm just going by that. What we get.
It was about something, I just heard it on the radio, it was about, somebody's pushing something forward. Oh, that's what was Tom Horn. Tom Horn's talking about teachers having lock boxes in their classrooms and those who want to go through the training. Yeah.
Would it be a Palmer decision to go to the school board or?
That part I don't remember. I mean, this is Tom Horn. He's what, Attorney General, so it's like, this is like his recommendation. I don't
Would
know.
you know if there's a bill to anyone sponsoring it?
I don't know about that.
It seems like he's being a legislator who's sponsored.
It's a proposal, it's right here.
What was it? In the house or
To train. It was from him. It originated from him.
Yeah, but it needs a legislator to sponsor it.
I'm looking through the other ones too.
Because the one that I just saw was December 28, 2012, but I just heard it on NPR the other day.
If you hear of anything, send it to Hilda so she can share with us.
Any other legislative updates?
Nope.
Or questions, comments? All right, future agenda items, we have a couple that are unscheduled. So those of you who requested them, I don't know if anyone is ready to schedule them. Or if there are any new agenda items to add.
So I didn't suggest this one that's in here to be determined, but I'd love to have a board conversation about capital override.
When are you wanting that discussion?
So probably like March 5th or 19th, because before I roll off. March 5th.
Is that a reasonable timeframe, Shar?
Yeah, I believe we can.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? I'd like to schedule dancing classrooms for April 2nd. Any other future board items to add? Future agenda items to add? Is there a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
A second.
It's been moved and seconded. Meeting adjourned.